Hey there guys and gals, and welcome back to the D4A channel. Today I'm going to show you how to rebuild a distributor. So to rebuild our distributor, we are going to need our distributor, obviously, a distributor rebuild kit, and some tools. Now the first thing we're going to do is to remove this little gear at the bottom of the distributor shaft. It is held in by this little pin which is flared at its ends. Now in order to remove the pin, you need to remove the flaring of the pin. Now the easiest way to remove the pin is to place the distributor in a vise, punch a little pilot hole, and then simply drill away the flared part of the pin. Here you can see the gear and the pin with the flared part drilled away. Now after this, you can simply punch out the pin. The pin has been in there for a long time, so you might need some persuasion to get it out. In my case, it was really helpful to heat it up a bit and spray some penetrant, after which I could punch it out more easily. Now before you remove the gear, make sure to make some marks on the gear and on the shaft so you know which is the proper way to reinstall the gear back onto the shaft. You can easily remove the gear by using a gear pour. Once the gear has been removed, remove the distributor cap, heat shield if you have one, and then remove the rotor. After this, you'll have access to the two tabs which hold down the distributor shaft. These tabs are held in place by some Phillips head screws. You can remove these easily by unscrewing them and then retrieving the bolts and tabs with some needle nose pliers. Once the tabs have been removed, you can easily get the shaft out. Sometimes it will come out really easy, at other times it needs just a little bit of gentle help. Once the distributor shaft is out, the first thing we're going to do is to replace the old inner seal with a new seal from our distributor rebuild kit. I got my 4AG distributor rebuild kit from Neil Jones, and in the video description you can find some links to this distributor rebuild kit so you can buy it in case you need it. Now you can remove the old inner seal by using again the needle nose pliers, and after that it's a good idea to clean up the area where the seal sits. After that, oil up the new seal and install it by using a socket that is just slightly smaller than the seal. This will ensure that the seal goes in properly and evenly. After you have done this, it's time to replace the bearing on the distributor shaft. The first thing you should do is to measure the exact distance between the bearing and the trigger. Write down this measurement. This will ensure that the new bearing is reinstalled in the exact same position as the old one. Before removing the bearing, I like to sand the shaft with some very fine grit sandpaper. To remove the bearing, place the shaft in a vise and remove the bearing using a gear pour. You can also use this opportunity to remove the rust from the trigger and the rest of the shaft. You can reinstall the new bearing by using the gear pour once again. It's also a good idea to use a washer to protect the new bearing when installing it. Once you have installed the new bearing, measure it, to confirm that it's in the same spot as the old one. After this, you can reinstall the shaft into the distributor hole. Lube up your shaft and simply slide it into the hole. Next up, it's time to reinstall the gear by using a new pin from the rebuild kit. The pin that came in my kit does not need to be flared and simply needs to be hammered in. The design of the pin itself and the hammering action mushrooms the top of the pin and makes the install 100% secure. After this, all that's left to do is to simply reinstall the rotor, cap, and heat shield. And there you have it, one fully rebuilt distributor ready to provide a leak-free service for many more miles. When you are doing this sort of rebuild, of course replace the cap and rotor. I have already replaced mine before doing the rebuild, so you have seen me put the same cap and rotor back on the distributor. If you are doing the rebuild, definitely inspect the cap and rotor and replace them. It's really easy. Also, when you are doing this, definitely take a look at the wires and connectors, check them for damage and repair as necessary. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the rebuild. I hope it was useful. I hope it will help you do a rebuild of your distributor as well. If something was left unclear, if you have any sort of questions, do not hesitate to ask right down there in the comments section. Just a little note to my watchers and subscribers, who have been following my bicarb 4AG project. You might be wondering why I have rebuilt a distributor, because I do not need it. I'm using a Notice ignition ECU, which is pretty much a distributor-less system. Actually, there has been quite a few people, you know who you are, who have asked me to do a rebuild of the distributor. So what I did is I rebuilt this thing, even though I do not need it. You're welcome. So that's pretty much it for today. As always, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you soon with more fun and useful stuff on the D4A channel.